These are 40 things CS2 pros do that you don't. Small tricks, smart plays, and pro habits you can start using right now to win more games. Let's get into it. Dong's entry path out of apartments is perfect. He clears close left, then jumps out the window without exposing himself to jail and instantly clears it. Poor Techno, he had no chance. Pro entry fraggers will jump across certain angles with a teammate right behind them. The jump makes it tough for CTs to land a clean shot, and even if they do, their crosshair is high and awkward to transfer, letting the second player trade instantly. Here's a clip from Blast with Flamesy saying he will jump.
I will jump close after you guys.
Goes two.
Let's go.
Two, I think.
2, 1, I jump.
Zaiwu has an insane lineup for any CT operators holding top stairs from outside of T ramp. All he has to do is strafe to the left and he's got an instant headshot angle. I'm not sure if this is intentional or not, but it works perfectly. Pre-aiming doors gives you the edge, so set your crosshair before opening so when it swings, you're ready on target instead of having to react. On nuke lower side post plans, pros will shoot a hole through the door, that way they can catch the CTs off guard as they come in without having to open the door. Mossy scopes in while defusing to fake out his opponent. Since you can scope during the defuse, it looks like he isn't sticking it, but he knows his enemy so that he uses this as bait and gets off while holding for the peek. 200 IQ play from Monacy. Here's a clutch trick pros use. Throw a nade before you defuse so the explosion masks the sound. Your opponents won't hear you sticking it, giving you a free defuse. You could also do the same thing with a flash like Zoe does here, tossing it before defusing so it hides the sound. And here's a bonus tip, while sticking, mix in standing and crouching to make yourself harder to hit. Knowing this, you can fake out your opponents, throw a flash, tap the bomb, and it sells the defuse and forces the enemy to peek right into you. On Mirage CT side, pros are abusing the window smoke by body blocking it so it doesn't fully bloom outwards. Then they jump to the left ledge, giving themselves a clear view of mid while the T think is smoked off. We even got Donk using this play. There's no window smoke that gets thrown here, but he still finds an insane off angle onto the ledge and takes out Brolin. On CT side, pros use graffiti sprays to their advantage. In the right spots, they can look like a CT model and bait the T's crosshair.
Oh yeah?
And it happens again in the next round.
One round. It's again attack.
When you're retaking B in Mirage and you're towards short, you don't have to get fully boosted on top of the bricks to see over the smoke. 910 shows the new way to play Firebox, so he's going to tuck himself in front of that corner behind this box, so where he's going to go unnoticed as the T's come out. This position is overpowered because T's entering out Palace will not be able to spot him. You can only see a little bit of his leg compared to the other position. Thank you to SkinsMonkey for sponsoring the video. SkinsMonkey is a CS2 skins trading site where you can instantly swap out skins you don't like for ones you actually want. Don't waste your time using CS trade-ups and get nothing of value. On SkinsMonkey, you pick what you get. And if you're not looking to trade, you can buy skins directly too with a 35% deposit bonus when you use code NART. Make sure to use the link down below in the description. Don't Google it. Scammers are buying fake links. Use code NART for a free $5 to start. Links below. The Glock's burst fire almost never gets used, but pros know two situations where it's clutch. First, if you're jumping at someone on high ground, burst makes your jump shots way more accurate. Second, on ladders like Heaven on Nuke, you're actually accurate with burst while climbing, letting you fight back effectively. I'm not a movement expert, but watch how fast Donk flies up this ladder. It's insane compared to what most players do. Ladders are your best friends on train. Monacy will use them to climb up and grab free information safely. He spots a CT upper and instantly calls it out, setting up Kiyosuke for the kill. Ultimate shows the right way to break open the smoke. He crouches, walks forward, and right-click jump throw so the nade pops in the air instead of bouncing on the ground. That way the enemy doesn't hear it and can't prepare for the break. So when you're breaking the smoke, stop throwing it into the ground. When running through a smoke break, pros will shoot as they exit out of the smoke when it rises because the bullets spread out, creating gaps so they can continue to still see. Pros even extend a smoke break by shooting it as it fades, so that way that gap lasts longer and they can continue vision through it. Pro always know where drop weapons are. After firing his op, Nikodas grabs his teammate's rifle instead of reloading. When the enemy swings expecting downtime, he's ready to fight. Fury are retaking B and Molodoy makes a smart bait play. He fires his op to fake a reload and tempts the T on bench to swing, but instead of sticking with the op, he instantly swaps a rifle ready for the fight. The T doesn't peek, but that rifle swap still wins him the clutch retake. In the big 2025, pros aren't wasting time reloading. Instead, they track every bullet and pay attention to weapons on the ground. When their mag runs dry, they instantly swap out to another gun, so instead of reloading or pulling out a weak pistol. This play keeps them in the fight with zero downtime and often catches opponents off guard who think they've got a free timing. Team B's entering B on Inferno makes two smart plays. First off, he's going to wallbang both oranges, forcing the CT behind first oranges to come out. Then he gets flash and crouches right here behind the wall, so the CT swing from coffins is not able to spot him. So next time you get flash entering into B, try to crouch behind that wall so you can't be seen. When retaking upper from heaven on nuke, pros will jiggle peek over the edge and instantly tuck back in. The T's only see a little bit, so they're forced to shoot. Here Device wastes his op shot, giving exertion time to come up the vent. With all the MP9 nerfs over the last year, pros are starting to bring back the UMP. Yakinders, Atars, and even Robs have been picking it over the MP9. The UMP is cheaper, more reliable at range, and it hits harder through armor, making it better all around than MP9 in today's meta. This is the right way to jump on top of Xbox if you haven't cleared out short, because then your head will not be exposed as you jump on top, so you're looking down and then you're going to jump twice. Then crouch strafe to the other side before peeking because the CT won't be expecting this angle. Wicadia starts the round towards short and he hears somebody running through apartments, so he instantly sets up for this wall bang where he stands on the arch and aims bottom left of that window of that wood wall. Such an easy wall bang to get a free kill. After getting this frag inside Big Pit, Hyper is going to jump spot short over this wall to see if any CTs are posted up him, which allows him to peek them. So it's a really good tip and trick for CT side operators because usually T side operators will initially peek and hold you after your first shot. By jumping you can see if they're doing so, which allows you to re-peek. The best info play for mid is jumping on top of ticket to see over the wall towards connector and mid, and you get valuable information safely. Flashbangs are the biggest threat when you're holding in front of a smoke besides the smoke break. That's why pros look straight down. It lowers the chance of getting full blind, and this round Brolin uses that exact trick on Mirage ramp and turns it into a nice 3k. If you want to get information safely from inside tunnels, watch AlexiB's movement as he jumps off the box and strafes over to the right. He can see all the way towards back platform and the CTs would have a very hard shot to hit him. Here's a good clip of using that strafe jump to get info safely. As Stair spots and makes Messi miss. Same thing on the T side when you're coming out along A door. Make sure you jump as you come out the door because you'll avoid the op shot from the CTs. Donk plays behind this garage wall and he switches hands so his gun doesn't block his vision. Another position angle to swap hands is playing this off angle inside apartments because if any T's come up boiler, you won't be able to see them because of your gun barrel. Pros keep an eye on how far the incendiary spreads so that way they can take advantage of how weak it is by peeking behind it. Mozzie will stand inside a Molotov scoped in with the op just to take the peek. Most players would panic and fall back, but he tanks the damage and still wins the fight. Try makes the same play, he's gonna tank this incendiary damage to go for this peek. When you pick up an incendiary on the T side, you know the spread is weak, so you can use this to your advantage as Electronic does here, sneaking through the gap, able to flank long. In 2025, we are no longer using this nade lineup to break open the window smoke. I've seen Tens use the same lineup and he took himself out. Instead, we're going to be using this one as Monty shows here. This is the new meta lineup you should be using. On force buys or hero rounds, pros make sure their rifle is always in the best hands, so if the AK player drops to low HP, they'll pass it to a healthier teammate. That way the full HP player can actually take the fights while the weak player turns into bait. It's a simple switch that makes the rifle way more effective. Besides sending in the low HP player first, pros will often use the weaker gun as bait, so the pistol or SMG runs in to get info first while the rifle is right behind them ready to trade. Towards the end of a CT half, if the money's good, pros will often grab an AK over an op. They can always buy another op next round, but the AK is stronger than an M4, especially in the hands of your star player. Make sure to prioritize this when you have the economy. On nuke, CT pistol routes by a Zeus and plays up close outside hut. As Twist comes through the door, he zaps him for the instant kill. You rarely see pros buy a Zeus on pistol rounds, but in the right close range spot like this, it can pay off big. These are the little things that separate pros from the rest of us. Steal them for your own game and you'll be ahead of almost every player in your lobby. Don't miss the next one, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time.